AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Hold on, I'm surprised. I'm surprised AllBall ain't got the. What do you call him? I forgot what kind of shades those are when they, go from the light to the dark. Transitions. The transitions.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all. Transitions. What's up, good people? Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I didn't hit the button for y'all. Now you can see him right there. Oh, Beezy. Oh, Beezy. Oh, boy, what they talking about right now? Day number 2. How you feeling, my brother? Huh? Joel Caesar, I see you. Huh? To the ladies in the place with style and grace. Oh, boy, how we feeling, my brother? 2-0?
Feel wonderful. It's a lot to smile about. Usually, you know me, I don't like nothing, don't smile about nothing.
Angry.
For some reason,
Moody.
them Knickerbockers.
Woo!
What a beautiful time to be alive.
Woo!
I feel great. Chat, what up, chat? Miss y'all. It feel like I ain't see y'all, speak to y'all in forever. Big shout out, Bricks Z. I love what you just said. I rocks with this channel heavy. And this channel rocks with y'all heavy. Darlene Bryan, what up? Big shout out to the whole chat. I see you 09329. You are a member. So you get a double. Ha! Shout out to the members. It's a beautiful day to be a Knicks fan. It's a beautiful day to be a real Knicks fan. Because the bandwagon is insane. But you know what? I ain't going to complain. As Frank White said, the great Frank White and King of New York, quote, "You are all welcome. You are all welcome. Switch sides to the best side. Blue and orange skies." Mo, what up, Mo? Yeah, we back.
Mo, what's good, baby?
Fabian, how are you feeling right now? Before we get it going, right, Knicks Rehab, all jokes aside, I got to ask the chat, and I'm asking Fabian as well. Right now, as a Knicks fan, the youngest in charge, what up? Q Jones, what up? Got to shout out the members. Nostalgic Nick. Fabian, right now, as a Knicks fan, 5-star chick, what up? In this moment right now, how do you feel?
I'm thinking of Flea, big Mamba fan, job not finished. What should I be happy about? And I kick ball at bow. Yeah. You talking about?
Kick that rock right over the fence with that.
Tell them whose yard is this. I'll tell you something, AllBall. Last year we were hyped as hell. Definitely overconfident. Know what we know now? Pacers was out here kicking AA S and taking names. We went in there overconfident. This series, you know how I feel about these Cavaliers. You saw them in person yesterday. My, oh my. It was good to see AllBall say, nah. What is this? This is an NBA Conference Finals team? Uh-oh.
Our brother Flea is in the building.
He's lurking.
And he might be in town. Yeah. Flea, what up, baby? He's in the building.
Listen. I can't be nothing but happy because a lot of potential is being fulfilled. We didn't have a good game yesterday. The Cleveland Cavaliers are awfully terrible. They were shooting 38% for the whole game. This looks like they're throwing the game. That coach, from the outset, I said the lights are too bright, Papa. What has he ever done? What has he ever done to be in this position? Mike Brown has been in the finals. He has coached a LeBron James. Kenny Atkinson was there with Mike Brown, Golden State, saw Steph Curry, saw some of that run. But he wasn't the head coach. It's different when you got to take those bullets. Same thing for Mike Brown when he was in Sacramento, coach of the year, and then bang, you get fired. You get called out by Matt Barnes. A lot of people calling you out. We're calling you out. Got to deal with that. He's just like, he's an all shucks kind of guy. But what is Kenny Atkinson really going through? He's been in Brooklyn. Once again, he let KD and Kyrie can him. Oh boy, that guy is in over his head. And nobody's saying that. They're being very nice about it. All them timeouts he wasted, the rotations yesterday. I'm looking at like, you're gonna leave James Harden in there for a rescue mission in the playoffs? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's what you leaving in there for us to dismantle? No problem. He didn't have a good game. Nobody really had a good game. I didn't realize Evan Mobley didn't take one shot in the second half.
Insane. Insane. Yeah. 14 points in the first half, didn't take a shot in the second half. We don't know if that's because of our defense or, like you said, because of the Cleveland Cavaliers, their offense and that coach. What happened, right? Yeah, crazy.
So I have no choice but to be happy about where we're at. Like 2-0, we held court. Like if we're gonna be realistic about anything, it's the fact that we held court, we held serve. It's just, we won the game, both games at home, like we're supposed to. That's how this goes. And it's also going how I thought. I said I'm only saying 5 games because I'm up here with my brothers. They're gonna think I'm being disrespectful by saying a sweep. But this doesn't look like what happened with Detroit. Actually, damn old ball. Am I putting my foot in my mouth? Against Detroit, we thought it was over with too. But we haven't had a good game yet.
I mean, at this point, I don't care if we had a good game or not. Every game isn't going to be pretty. You know, last night we were there live, and those are the games you have to win. Yeah, it might not be great. It might not be pretty. It may be a little ugly, but we can't ignore Cat Brunson. Both had double-doubles, right? And we did a tremendous job on the defensive end. Cleveland didn't score 100 points, right? Locked down Mobley. You know, made it a little difficult for Mitchell and James Harden, right? Dennis Schroeder didn't really have an impact defensively like he does, being a pest. So, you know, yeah, we can harp on how bad Cleveland's look offensively and defensively, especially in game one, giving up a 22-point lead with 7 minutes left. We could talk about the coach and how he's doing a bad job coaching that team and timeouts and all the excuses in the world. No. Mike Brown is doing a hell of a job coaching this team. And no one's ever said Mike Brown was a bad coach. They just said he's a nice guy. Right? Everybody agreed he's a good coach. And right now, he's doing a terrific job. Right? The ball is being spreaded. Jalen Brunson last night, you have to admit, he didn't have it going offensively. In the first half, he only had 2 points. So what does he do? He passes the ball. He gets double-digit assists. So he showed that he can adjust. He can do what it takes to win, right? Because normally he would force his shots and make sure he gets his 25, 30. But you have to admit, I don't know if Tom Thibodeau had Jalen Brunson locked in like he is now under Mike Brown. I'm going to say it again. And big shout out to Flea holding it down by himself yesterday. Hell of a job. Appreciate you, Flea. That's why we all love each other. We hold each other down. If someone can't, the other one covers. If we got to be up here by ourselves, we hold it down. So big shout out, Flea, man, for doing a wonderful job last night, holding down Knicks Rehab. And big shout out to the chat, because I know y'all held him down. Y'all hear my voice. I've been yelling for the last 3-4 days, right? But I'm going to say it again. How Brunson is locked in focus this season, especially these playoffs, right? I don't know if under Tom Thibodeau he was this locked in. So we got to stop not wanting to give Mike Brown his credit. We won 9 straight, y'all. After being down 2-1 against Atlanta, we won 9 straight playoff games. And we won them, in a beautiful fashion. We blowing teams out, y'all, by 50, 60, 30, 40. Last night, I didn't even realize we were up 20. We won big last night. Remember, y'all, this is the conference finals. And once again, when you hear Charles Barkley and just any other analysts on any other network, any other podcast, again, they took Cleveland to beat us in this series. And now we're up 2-0. And we can go close out in Cleveland and sweep this team. Fabian has been saying this about the Cleveland Cavaliers for the past 3-4 seasons. Like, yo, I don't believe in them. Sweet. And, before this series started, I said, yo, we going to win 6-7 games. But looking at what we did last night, it was a very vital. You know what? Before I finish, and while I got y'all attention, I want to say something. Right now, the Knicks, they have the city proud. This is the first time in a long time the city is proud. And we have hope. It's been a long time that this city struggled. We had nothing to be proud about, right? You watch what goes on down at the Garden during the games and after the games with the fan base, with just people out there just being happy. And for the first time in over 25 years, the city has a reason to be proud. The city has a reason to come out and be happy. And it's because of what Jalen Brunson has done with the Knicks. But I also want to say this. We have to be careful. We cannot allow basketball, a sport, to turn us into monsters. We can't allow basketball to make us act inhumane. We have to be respectful. We don't want nobody getting hurt. We don't want nobody getting injured. Right? We don't want nobody like what happened in that Indiana series, what people did to Wendy. We don't need to act like that. The city been through a lot, right? We've been through 9/11. We've been through COVID. Guys like me been through stop and frisk, where you go to jail for 3 days for gambling. The city's been through a lot. And right now, we have an opportunity to make history. But let's please act like human beings. It's okay to rep your city. It's not okay to be violent. It's not okay to be disrespectful. It's not okay to act crazy to where you're threatening people's lives. We got to protect this team, but we got to protect the city. And I get it. I'm very proud right now to be a New Yorker. We have infested the world, Fabian. Like literally. You see what we do in other cities. They trying to stop us from going to other cities to watch the game. But we can't put people's lives in danger. We can't have it to where we have the police afraid to do their job, right? So, listen, the city's been through a lot. We deserve this. We deserve to be happy. We deserve to win a championship. It's our time. But let's put humanity first. It's a sport, y'all. Do not allow the sport to turn you into an animal. Seriously. Like, I know people that are afraid to go downtown. Afraid. It is insane down there. And salute to everybody that's down there that holds it down. But please, y'all, please, let's try our best to represent our team, our city in a much beautiful way. Be safe, be respectful. And I'm going to say it again, the city's been through a lot. 9/11, COVID, police brutality, just a lot. And just be safe. And let's look after one another. And let's please put human beings first. It's a sport. I love my Knicks more than anything. I love basketball more than anything. But it shouldn't give us the right to want to hurt anyone, whether it's the opposing team, whether it's an opposing fan base. Let's be respectful, y'all. And let's go out and win a championship. But I understand we have a reason to be proud, and we haven't had a reason to be proud for a long time, Fabian. It's been 25 plus years. We've been a laughing stock for 25 plus years. And now we're happy, we're excited. But please, y'all, be safe, be respectful, and let's keep it basketball. Keep the violence away. Look after one another. So I just wanted to say that because we're going to be in the finals. And we cannot act like this to where they're going to have to call a National Guard. Like, seriously. At the end of the day, I hear what y'all saying, but we don't condone violence. In this platform, you know, we condone holding each other down, being brothers and sisters, but we don't condone violence. So for me, just please everybody be safe and be careful. But it's our time, and let's go win a championship.
AllBall for president, everybody. The youngest in charge. You see this, right? You see this guy. What? Shout out to Beanie Siegel's food truck that didn't make it to the conference finals. Shout out to Kay Cunningham's lungs that didn't make it to the conference finals. What are we talking about right now? Listen, AllBall, you're right. Should people act crazy? No. Indiana poked some of our New Yorkers up in the conference finals last year after we dumped a pile of garbage on their guys. I think we have to be careful, but if you guys don't understand what ramifications and consequences are, you will find out. You will find out. I'm not hoping for anything but celebration. That's all. Because you originally asked AllBall, should we be happy? Are we happy with what's going on right now? And I have to ask you the question. Are you happy? Elated? Do you recall this roller coaster ride this year with these New York Knicks? The beginning, we didn't know what was going on. Carl Anthony Towns was confused. We were all confused. Mikal Bridges was the only guy shooting decently out here. Yeah, man had a 40-point game against the Heat, if I'm not mistaken. But that was like, what? And then the NBA Cup came, and then we smacked the Spurs up, and then we had some hope. And all of a sudden, the NBA Cup was over, and we hit a drought. The drought with doubt. It was 40 nights of 40 days of dry weather out here. We couldn't hit a damn thing out here, AllBall. I don't know when it was exactly that we started believing in us all over again. Raw Bass. God bless the dead, man. I know Raw Bass passed away.
Huh?
For real?
Wow. Y'all serious? Are you kidding me? Oh. Nah,
let's check that out.
Yeah, look that up.
Raw Bass.
Yep.
It's true?
It says 16 minutes ago. Like I said, this is a website, Variety. Said he dies at 59. The rapper who celebrated his 59th birthday just 4 days ago died on May 22nd while surrounded by his family after a private battle with cancer. Wow. Wow.
Damn. Flavor Flav put an RIP up there, man. Shout out to Flavor Flav.
Wow.
Raw Bass with the classic song, It Takes Two.
One of the greatest hip-hop songs in history. If you go
one
on
of the greatest
top 5
sports anthems.
Yes, but if you're going top 5 greatest hip-hop songs ever, that's up there. That song was just forever, right? Wow. Rest in peace, the legend, Raw Bass. Man, sad news, man. Wow. Wow, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. And then think about Raw Bass. His that song is played in every stadium since it came out. And that record, for it to come out back then, and then think about everything else that happened that was in the dance mode 10, 20, 30, 40 years later. They all copied that without knowing it. First of his kind. First hit record of his kind from this genre. It was hip
Right.
hop. His
Right.
name was Raw Bass. What?
Wow. Harlem.
Uptown.
Yeah, Harlem legend, man. Y'all know I'm from Harlem. Rep my borough heavy, right? Love Harlem. Love my city, right? But yeah. Wow. Rest in peace, Raw Bass, man. Condolences to the family. That's definitely a loss for humanity, but especially a big loss for hip hop. Because definitely one of the pioneers when we talking about a hit record, because people really don't understand what a hit record is, right? We can say you got a hot song, but he has one of the greatest hit records of all time. That song has been a hit since it came out. You play that song right now in a club, no matter how old you are, you getting up and you getting your feet going, right? So, wow, man. Rest in peace once again, Raw Bass. Out of Lincoln Projects, Harlem, stand up. R.I.P. man, Raw Bass, hip hop legend.
Oh, so he was from the east side, from Fifth over there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Man. Um, we just hope, of course, we on Knicks Rehab. We just hope to follow in his footsteps. Inspirational. We try to recognize, just like you said, legendary. Anyone will hope to have a hit record like that. That's a
Exactly.
true classic. And
Yes.
with us here with the Knicks, we got one guy, Jalen Brunson, who's looking to follow in Raw Bass's footsteps. God bless, by the way, here in New York City. The Knicks with the 109-93 victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers in game two, taking a 2-0 lead. And the captain spoke last night.
You to kind of keep feeding that confidence into him?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really not trying to look for him. He just happens to be open. So I give him the ball. But I got the utmost confidence in him watching the things he does after practice and with his routine and everything. He works hard. I know we joke around a lot, but that's about his practice habits, but he does work hard.
That's in reference to Josh Hart, who had a crazy game yesterday. He scored 24 points, 26 points, excuse me, on 10 of 21 shooting, 5 of 11 from three. I didn't realize he shot 11 3-pointers. When you sometimes you in a game, you don't realize certain things. I just thought that he was shooting too much and Cat wasn't shooting enough. Cat had 12 shots, 18 points, 13 rebounds. He was rebounding the hell out of the ball. The captain had 19 points, 14 assists all ball. And you know it's a good day. It's a great day. Forget the stats. You know when it's a great day, all ball. When Jim is out there. Richie Rich style.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Here you go, guys. Clyde Frazier signing autographs.
Wow.
Legendary. Clyde Frazier. No disrespect. Jim Dolan giving those basketballs like that is the ultimate Scrooge McDuck, and I love it. But the captain, 19 points, 14 assists.
Yep.
Correct? Yep. 19 points, 14 assists. Mikal Bridges, 19 points. He was 9 of 12 from the field. Nick shot 51% from the field. What were your thoughts about yesterday's game while we were there? Because it was a shout out to Tracy Morgan showing us crazy love. Of course, we were all excited. The crowd was still insane. We kept it going. What were your thoughts about yesterday's game, though, being that we were in person for the second game in a row?
For me, every game isn't going to be pretty, right? Every game isn't going to be historic, but you have to find a way to win. And I think last night proved that we're a championship contending team, because think about what I've been saying before the season started. What have I always told you and Flea? The way for us to win a championship is we have to play as a collective. And I always talk about that 04-05 Chauncey Billups Pistons team, right? How they just said, we're one, right? We're going to play as a unit. And however the job gets done, we're going to get it done. And that's what we did last night. Jalen Brunson wasn't on offensively. He had 2 points in the first half. But he realized, get my guys going, pass the ball, right? And the whole starting five, I think, might have scored 14, 15 points and better, right? Cat and Brunson, both with double-doubles. And at the end of the game, Brunson still wound up with 19 points, 14 assists, and he didn't force anything. So I watched in real time him adjust, right? Normally, he'd try to go get his 25, 30 because he could do that easily, Fabian. Like, let's be for real. Whether you like it or not, whether it's shooting a high percentage or not, Brunson can get his 25, 30 any given time. So to watch him last night facilitate, to watch him last night see the double team and pass out the double team, right? To make the right plays. And remember, it was a play that you didn't like. Remember where Brunson had it, Mikal Bridges flashed it to the free throw line, Brunson passes it to him out the double team, and Bridges turned around wide open. Remember, I said, Fabian, that's a great play. That's a play you can run all day, right? Until they want to stop it. So I think last night was a masterclass. Remember, it was so good that how many times I said to you, Fabian, yo, I didn't even know we was up that much. It was times where I didn't know we was up 18. We was up 20. That's how great we were moving and flowing offensively. And for us to hold them under 100 points, for Evan Mobley to have 14 in the first half, and then in the second half, not even attempt a field goal, those are the little things that everybody is not paying attention to, right? Josh Hart had it going. So what they did, they fed him, right? The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is the bench, right? Deuce, Clark, Shamit, they didn't really get it going. But Fabian, I was amazed by what Brunson and the guys did last night. Like I said, it wasn't the normal 40-point game and the blowout or the comeback or a tight game where you hit a game winner. But no, we looked like a championship contending team last night. We look like a team that we can win in numerous ways, whether it's Brunson, whether it's with Cat, whether OG takes over, or like last night, Brunson gets everybody going and we crush the opponent to where you don't even realize we having a party in there, right? You up 18, you think you up 8. So last night was very important. I think last night also was a must win because now we take full control of this series. And all we have to do is still win in Cleveland, and it's done. Of course, I want us to sweep, but now being up 2-0 and playing the type of basketball that we're playing and what we did to them in game one, listen, I think last night we made them bow out. I think Cleveland is done. I think their confidence is shattered. The way Max Strus last night fouled himself out the game, he flat out gave up. I watched him foul on purpose, knowing he has 5 fouls. He didn't even argue or nothing. He walked straight to the bench. I say he gave up. And when you make teams do that, we ready to win a championship. So last night, Fabian, I looked at everything that nobody else looked at. They might have not said it was a great game. No, it was a great game because those are games that you have to win. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be exciting. But if you're a basketball fan, a game like yesterday, you are very excited to win. So, yeah, very excited.
I think you hit that one on the nose where it's like you being nice about it for me because it was boring at times. But I think that's what happens with winning teams. Like when you're dominating like that, you make a boring game. And even within that game, shout out to the fans. What we section 101?
No, section 1, row 17.
Section 1, row 17. Smart.
Yes, very smart.
We sitting there they're complaining about Cat not going to the basket, not posting up, Brunson not getting the ball at certain moments, Josh Hart going. We were celebrating him at the same time, and when he was back to being bad, Josh, everything all in one. And it felt like Knicks rehab. I don't know if they watched the show. We didn't go crazy or nothing like that. We should have been more, self-aggrandizing and promoting ourselves more. But we were caught up in the moment. No phones out really for the most part till we talked to y'all. And them guys were saying the same thing we were, man. Why is he shooting that? Why is he shooting that? Why is Josh Hart not being or being less aggressive? Why is he on the court right now? Everything we were saying, everything that we've always said on here, they repeated. And Mike Brown took out Josh Hart at a key moment in the fourth quarter when after Josh Hart, he made a basket, went down court, got the rebound, came back on the other, got the rebound, came back on the opposite direction. I think he got the offensive rebound. This sequence of just 3 straight Josh Hart plays, and all of a sudden, the very next sequence, he like turned the ball over, caused the foul. He was going crazy, and Mike Brown knew, oh, I think he hit the overdrive button. Let me sit you down for a second.
Yep.
And remember, all year long we were like, yo, there's no way you don't see how crazy he is. And it would just felt like confirmation of the fact that, oh, you do see how crazy he is. And you did something about it. And going forward, though, in Cleveland, we're going to have to figure out Cat. Cat has to get involved. Again, yes, I'm bringing up Kobe Bryant. Yes, I'm bringing up Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson told Kobe, you got to get the big man involved. And what better time to do it than when Jalen Brunson going for 14 assists yesterday? Magnificent. If there was anything out of this game that I could look at and go, what do I like the most? Our captain was not one man, one band, one sound. And he had every reason to be for the first 3 quarters. The Cavaliers were shooting 38% for 3 quarters. It was nasty what they were doing out there. We only had 10 free throw attempts until the fourth quarter when Jalen finally got another 2. I don't know how many he shot after that. I stopped counting. But I know we had 10, and 4 of those were Mitchell Robinson, if I'm not mistaken. You already know how that goes. We were shooting 40% at that point. The fact that we were not at the free throw line, couldn't control anything. Mike Brown did speak to that. I wonder if I could pull it up. Last night, he did speak to the rebound disparity. I didn't want to make a big deal about it, but it was there, and it was obvious in real time for me. It wasn't like people. I'm watching it. I'm reading up people's comments. No, it was 24 to 4 at some point. I forgot what he said the free throws disparity was. Let me see. Mike Brown free throws on the free throw discrepancy. Yeah, here we go. Thank you, X. Mike Brown on the free throw disparity here in game 2 at the Garden versus Cleveland Cavaliers.
To do about the free throw line. I don't know what to do about the free throw line. 22-6 in the second half. You got to go back and watch the film. Maybe we're fouling, but it's a pretty big discrepancy for a half when you're talking about 22-6 in free throws. But maybe we were fouling and they weren't fouling.
Maybe we were fouling and they weren't fouling. He's being very nice about it because we won and we were kicking ASS. That second half, free throw attempts, like he said, 22 to our 6 free throw attempts. It was just obvious. Jalen Brunson goes for 17 points, 6 of 10 from the field. And the other thing to that is 22 rebounds to their 18. 4 offensive rebounds each. That's another thing. The free throw disparity was there, and the offensive rebounds and the rebounding that Cleveland had. That was kind of alarming because Mitchell Robinson was out there. He was starting to dominate a little bit in the second half. Anthony Towns has to just the flailing. Can't flail in the post with them rebounds. But the fact that we won and we still have things to work on is always a positive. It's a conference finals, and we still feel like there's more left in the tank. Huh? You don't want me to be happy? Yes, I'm going to critique the bad stuff, but I'm telling you the good stuff. Jesus, AllBall. Brunson didn't go for 40. He ain't go for 50. Captain didn't go for 40. Josh Hart went for it. OG is not even OG yet. Just keep jogging around, baby. Just keep getting your cardio work, baby. What's up, AllBall?
Yeah, but we can't we can't ignore, because Flea always says this, and we got to shout Flea, right? Because he always says, if you're not scoring, if you're not engaged offensively, what else are you doing, right? So look what OG did game one, unsung hero. That fourth quarter, that comeback, boxing out Jared Allen, making sure we don't get killed on the boards, right? Then you watch last night. Brunson doesn't have it going offensively. 14 assists. So I'm not going to say guys don't have it going. We're doing what it takes to win. This is to get to the championship, to the finals. And our guys are making sure we don't make that mistake we made last season, right? That we're overconfident, that we're playing with our food. Brunson is locked in. Whether we win or lose, he ain't playing no game. So I'm ecstatic for that. But real quick, I love what Mike Brown did. And Fabian, you're correct. We were around a lot of smart basketball people. And where was the fouls on our end? How many times we watch Cat get fouled and don't get the call? How many times we watch guys go to the basket and everybody is yelling, where's the foul at? Where's the and one at, right? So, yeah, that is something that Mike Brown needs to discuss with the front office and upstairs. Like, yo, if we're going to be in the finals, we need this game called fair. Seriously. All right, I understand if we foul, we know Cat is starting, and that's starting to scare me a little bit. He's starting to revert back to the old Cat, committing silly fouls. He go to the basket, he's flailing and flopping, right? We need Cat to win this championship. But we also need, when Cat goes to the basket and he's getting fouled, call a foul. Be fair. Okay, we're fouling. I'm not going to argue that. But these guys are doing the same thing to us and y'all not calling it. So, yeah, Mike Brown, he needs to start, talking to, the big dogs. Because we're going to be in the finals. And we need to be treated fairly, Fabian, because at times we are all yelling the same thing. Where is the foul at? When they show the Jumbotron, when we get mad, we go, okay, no. Brunson, Cat, OG, whoever, he fouled them. But when they foul us, it's crickets, right? So, listen, start officiating us fairly like y'all officiate everybody else.
Legendary Knicks hater, Paul Pierce. Does he agree with us about Mike Brown?
The Knicks have even achieved that.
Yeah, well, you see, Mike is making the adjustments. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when he got hired, everybody was like, well, Tibbs got you to the conference finals farthest you ever been in 20-something years. Right. So if he don't at least get there, then it's going to be a problem. And now he got them 2 games away from the finals. So this is what they brought him in for. This is exactly what they brought. And people doubted the Knicks because of their rough regular season and them not finished and hired, and then Boston, especially with Boston dealing with injuries. But the reason you make this hire is for these moments here. No matter, I don't care what you do in the regular season. Everybody's going to get overexcited and jump on your bandwagon, jump off your bandwagon in the regular season. But it don't matter until the playoffs. And I think he's done a terrific job in the adjustments, even tonight with the traps and how he was having guys flash to the middle, finding the open guys.
Bridges was amazing in that
Fabian,
role. Just catching in the.
Just real quick. Remember that play you didn't like, what he just said and what I told you last night. That flash to the middle, and I
don't even know why I didn't like it. I don't know. I think I was just stuck complaining about something because we were just down. But you were right. He flashed to the middle. I think the rotations for Mike Brown, limiting them, benching Josh Hart in game 1 for the last one, third of the last fourth quarter. And the last half of the third quarter, him doing that, we've been frustrated with his rotations all year long. And it just feels like he's been taking notes of everything, of the entire season. And now he's just sitting there going, okay, this works, this works, this works. It is supposed to work, guys. Here you go. And that's also while dealing with Cat, who, to your point, it is frustrating to see him go to the left side of the basket, shooting with his right hand and trying to get a foul call like that. You're not going to get that call. You're taking an awkward shot. So if I hit you, it's supposed to look, how does it look like a foul? How?
Yeah.
You can't sell that. If you have your left hand out,
Yeah.
you can sell that.
In that position, it's hard to see the foul, right?
Yeah.
And let's be realistic. The refs don't want to see the foul with you anyway. So they looking for a reason not to call it anyway, and you helping them out.
I just don't understand that. But Paul Pierce giving credit to Mike Brown, saying this is the reason why you signed Mike Brown. You think, oh boy, is this the reason why we signed Mike Brown?
Yes. Yes. I mean, you know how we feel about Paul Pierce. We New Yorkers, he a Boston guy. He had to say Boston, right? He had to throw in his Celtics. That's what he does, right? But let's not forget, champion, dog, been great probably his whole career. Even when you go back to him in college, right? Like All-American. He knows the game. And we all can agree. Nobody ever said Mike Brown was a bad coach. The only thing you heard bad about him is he's a nice guy. But think about it. Mike Brown had homework to do when he became a Knicks coach, right? He looked at what we did wrong last season, not being able to be in the finals. And he did the total opposite. I'm going to make us an offensive team. I'm going to play the bench, and I'm going to get guys rest, right? So, listen, you got to commend Mike Brown. That's what I'm saying. What he's doing right now, the adjustments he's making, you can't ignore it. He's doing a hell of a job. But he's doing what Tom Thibodeau didn't do for where we was not in the NBA Finals. Remember, last season, we had home court advantage against Indiana. We lost both home games. I was there, right? Mike Brown said, okay, what happened? How did that happen? What can we do for that to not happen again? Right? He acknowledges, because a lot of our players, you have to save them from themselves. You have to save Cat and Josh Hart from themselves, right? Because if you don't catch them, because you can see when they about to start going over the edge. All right, yo, you got to come out. Like you said, that little sequence with Josh Hart, all right, it's time. You did enough. Come out, right? So you got to commend Mike Brown for seeing that early and catching it before it spirals out of control. Something that Tom Thibodeau, I'm not going to say couldn't do, but just didn't do, right? So Mike Brown is doing a hell of a job, and I 100% agree with Paul Pierce. It didn't matter what he did in the regular season, even though he had a great regular season, 50-plus wins, right? A third seed again. Look what he's done in the playoffs. This is why he was brought here, to get us over the hump. So 100% agree with Paul Pierce.
A million times percent agree with Paul Pierce. Just staying in the ball game, being a part of the whole with that coaching staff, being a part of balancing the team out, and putting his foot to Kenny Atkinson's neck. That's a matchup also where take advantage of the fact that, oh, you're going to leave James Harden out there? Oh, my God. Let's do it again. And he's even calling out James Harden after game one, saying, clearly we were attacking him.
Right.
It's no secret we were hunting him. And then doing it again this game. There were several times where Harden was on Brunson. We were like, that's fool.
Yeah, down the stretch. They did a hell of a job in the first half, probably some of the first three quarters, right, with Wade and the bigger guard Strus on Brunson, making it a little difficult. But the fourth quarter, Brunson started, let me get that switch. So, yeah.
They were hunting him. Somebody else I felt like was hunting. Maybe I feel like Cat could have hunted James Harden more. There was too many times that James Harden was guarding Cat, and we were just like, nah, give Cat the ball, please.
There were times Wade and Max Strus was guarding Cat, right? So there were definitely a lot of opportunities for Cat to expose that. But like I said, that game last night, we were up big, and, it really didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, it's all working out for Mike Brown, and just a big, clear, obvious Paul Pierce. Yes, this is why we got Mike Brown to be 2 wins away from the conference finals, as opposed to last year around this time being 2 losses away from being dumped out of the conference finals. And there's so much hyperbole now. Jalen Brunson, greatest Knick ever. Oh, one of the old school trolls. He had to chime in. Colin Cowherd.
Jalen Brunson needs to be treated like a star. He doesn't seek it because he doesn't need it. All you need to know about Jalen Brunson comes in the form of he took less money to be a New York Knick because he gets and sees the big picture. And if he gets a trophy, it will be worth in his lifetime over $150 million. The big picture. Best Knick ever. And he gets it's all about winning now. And he gets that him taking a pay cut can get you the Mikal Bridges. So some people in life, believe it or not, can excel without constant 24/7 validation. He gets it.
Everybody coming around. Fabian, I said 2 seasons ago he was a superstar. What everybody used to tell me.
You were bugging.
I
You
was
don't know what
crazy.
you're talking about. You don't watch basketball.
Ma, do all of this sound so familiar? Ma.
Hey, AllBall. You know who I don't think watches basketball at all whatsoever? The same guy who was just talking. Here's more Colin Cowherd from April 14th, about over a month ago.
Not very good. Didn't have a great year. Jalen Brunson's very good. He's not great. If you look at the teams in the playoffs, their best player is Wemby and Jokic and Ant. Right now, LeBron, Tatum and Brown. He just doesn't, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. And so I look at the New York Knicks.
What a
and this is why
loser.
the honest discussion is so relevant, is that Jalen Brunson has to be a number 2 on a great team of 3. But I think New York is convinced, hey, he's one of the best Knicks of all time. You live in the city. Cats had a down year. I don't think this team can beat Detroit or Boston. I don't think they match up with either, in my opinion. What say you?
All right. The last point, listen, I don't think they can beat Boston. I don't know that anyone's
Oh,
beating
yeah,
Boston,
we had to
be
play that.
Totally honest.
What'd you say?
Listen, I don't think they can beat Boston. I don't know that anyone's beating Boston, to be totally honest. Certainly not in the East, and I don't know about in the West either. I think you are shortchanging Jalen Brunson a bit. Listen, there is a ceiling on a player his size.
Yes.
That's just the fact of the matter. Becky Hammond said it 2 years ago. Everyone killed her for it. All of league history tells us that is true. There are 2 small players ever who have led teams to championships, Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas had one of the greatest defensive teams ever. Steph's the greatest shooter ever. And they're both bigger than Jalen Brunson. Steph's considerably bigger than Jalen Brunson. So, I still think, though, he's a deserving perennial All-NBA guy. I don't think on a great team he's the 3rd best player. I think you could be a great team and him be the 2nd best player. Probably really hard for him to be the best player and you win a championship unless you fill out the rest of the roster perfect.
Oh, no. There is no one less, baby Bubba. You 2 morons are part of the reason why we know that the clickbait, flip-flop, true chancleta crew. The true chancleta crew is you fools who do not watch basketball games. They have to resort to statistics and the library and the books that said 6'2", 6'1", 6 feet means you lose. Brother. 19 points, 14 assists. And that was a bad game. It wasn't even a good game.
Say it again. That was a bad game, and we won by 20.
You know what we normally say that? Who we normally say that for, boy? Who we normally reserve that term for? Those words for?
And hold on. And to add, he's playing some defense. He doesn't look like a liability out there. He's moving around. He's moving his feet. I mean, go ahead, Fabian. I'm just saying, like, that's how you know they're not watching the Knicks. They're not watching Jalen Brunson. They only watch the guys that they named. Joker, Luka, Ant-Man, SGA, Wemby, LeBron. That's all they watching. They ain't watching this because if you was watching this, it's nowhere in the world you could say that. This is his 4th season. He's done nothing but make the Knicks better and closer to the finals. I don't get how you can say that a month ago. That wasn't last year. That wasn't 6 months ago. That was a month ago. This young
That was a month ago. I'm sorry, Hope I'm cutting you off. That was a month ago, and this was 6 hours ago.
Less money to be a New York Knick. Less money in the form of he took less money to be a New York Knick because he gets and sees the big picture. And if he gets a trophy, it will be worth in his lifetime over $150 million. The big picture. Best Knick ever. And he gets it. Best Knick ever. Best Knick ever.
but
Best Knick ever. Best Knick ever.
Crazy. This is what I don't like, and I've said this for a while now. They moved the goalposts a lot with Jalen Brunson, right? Because I don't like when Nick Wright says, you know, he can be this, but he has to have the team. Everybody needs a team to win. Steph Curry needed Kevin Durant to win. LeBron needed help. Michael Jordan needed Dennis Rodman and Ron Harper and this and that to win. What are you talking about? Right? Like we can just go through.
Hold on. Don't go to Jordan. Don't go to Kobe, LeBron. They're bigger players. It is what it is with them. Steph Curry had Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Bogut, Kevin Durant. That's 6 players that are playing alongside you who are all bigger than you, can all shoot. At that time, Draymond could. And most of those guys could defend pretty well. At that time, especially. 6 guys?
Yeah.
And then Isaiah Thomas had the bad boy Pistons. They were clotheslining Michael Jordan. You had like 6, 7, 8 guys. And can we even talk about Dennis Rodman? So we talk about 2 great offensive players and players in general, Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas, who had 2 all-time great defenders alone in Draymond and Dennis Rodman. Forget about the rest of everybody else. That's who helped them on the defensive end. But Brunson needs to fill the team out, boy.
Why isn't Chauncey Billups in this small guard conversation? Can you please just bring up how tall Chauncey Billups is? Because whatever's there is going to be an inch or 2 shorter. We know that already. They have Charles Barkley listed at 6'6". We know the game. What is Chauncey Billups listed as height-wise?
6'3".
How tall is Steph Curry?
6'2".
But what does it say up there for Steph Curry?
It says 6'2".
Right. So why isn't Chauncey Billups in this conversation? The point I'm trying to make is look at the team he had. Plethora Hall of Fame is just a great constructed team. Everyone needs that to win. Not only a little guard, a big guard. Michael Jordan couldn't win as much as we can glaze and he's the GOAT and we all know that. What happened, Fabian? He had to change his game. He had to get stronger. The front office had to do their job and put the right team around him with the right coach, and the rest is history. If you have to do that for Michael Jordan, why are we making it like it's insane to have to do that for Jalen Brunson? You have to do that for everybody. Just admit it. Y'all have all been wrong. This young man has turned into a superstar right under everyone's eyes, and everyone is upset that they are all wrong and have to eat crow. Because when you can go back to that video of everybody going 100 million, Jalen Brunson, Fabian, can you please pull up that video? That's why everybody is upset and can't just tell the truth and be honest. I love being wrong so I can be honest. That's how you learn. But this is the reason why everybody is saying what they're saying right now. I love this video. And if I'm Jalen Brunson, this is the video I wake up to every morning. This is the video I play before I come out that tunnel every game. Whenever you ready, Fabian.
I'm just trying to find a video. Like, what should I search for? I
I
know it's
mean,
on. It was posted on Twitter.
I can see if I can find it.
Put Jalen Brunson mock. See contract. Jalen Brunson first signed to the Knicks. About that first.
Let's see. I love that video. I can't.
Because they're playing the Kanye West in the background. We got to find it. Jalen Brunson.
Let's see. Can't find it.
And they play it like every day. I'm surprised it didn't go viral today.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
I still can't believe Colin Cowherd was like, it's just so shameless. And it's all because they won game 2. It's supposed to. When do they decide to troll? That's what I want to know. How do they have the skills to go, you know what? They're up 2-0, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to glaze them today. And then on any other day, they would say how lucky they are because they know that's how it's going to get the reaction. Reaction to Knicks JB signing. Okay. Reaction to Knicks JB.
That might be it, right?
Our guy, Light Skins Assemble, got it in the chat. That's what he put. Reaction to Brunson signing.
Oh, I got it right here. It's like 4 minutes. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, why not? We all got to watch it in glory.
Right. Hold on. Yes.
And this guy,
I just sent it to you.
oh, it's on YouTube, even better. Now you could really go in and rewind and it's all laughed together, guys. It's all laughed together.
Jalen Brunson isn't the answer.
It's an awful idea.
And for what? To go all in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson?
And I'm worried that they're
Oh
going to
my God.
look at Jalen Brunson and they're like, wait, we spent $27 million a year on this.
And by the way, he's not a 1. I'm not even sure he's a real 2.
The saddest sweepstakes ever. The Jalen Brunson sweepstakes.
You have to put the thing across the screen.
Brunson, one of the 10 best
Do I?
point guards in
I'm
basketball.
sorry.
Maybe he's 10.
I don't think he's top 10. I mean, he might not be top 14.
I don't think this is a move that puts them into playoff contention.
It's got to be something in addition.
Not
to
top
Jalen
14.
Brunson.
It is not going to be the type of player that elevates them into contender status. But I mean, do we think Brunson is a guy that is going to bring them to a second-round playoff series? He's not.
I don't love the Jalen Brunson signing. I think it's too much money. And I think if anybody screams potential bust in this class, to me, it's Jalen Brunson going to the Knicks.
I mean, Kevin Durant is playing basketball in New York City, and you're just like talking about, can we get Brunson?
The Knicks are acting like he's KD. I'm going to repeat, Jalen Brunson.
Glazer.
It's, you know, people are going to say just do what they want, but at the end of the day, the beauty about him, he doesn't care about what other people say.
Oh yeah, you kidding me?
Brunson.
Shooting star on the July. Every light. Extra bright. I want y'all to see this. And my daughter, my mama grab a band, mother had me in that order. Woo-hoo-hoo. The borders back. You much supporters. I'm heading forward.
Oh,
Hey,
and get that.
yeah, man.
And one.
That's clean. All of them. Come on, man. Woo! Come on, man. What we talking about?
Respectful.
You have to play this video twice, bro. Like, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
And just now, the 2024 NBA All-Star, number 11,
Fabian, pause that.
Man.
Please, I want you to play it again for me, please. But I just want to say this. I apologize. I never jumped off the bandwagon. And one thing with me, I'm very emotional. Very, as y'all can see. And I don't run away from it. I don't hide from it. In chat, y'all notice I'm very emotional. Jalen Big Body Brunson, I'm your biggest fan. My brother here tell you. I've defended you like crazy. And yeah, you had me very upset. Right? You gave this city hope. You made us believe. It is very important that you win. And let me explain why. You can be the poster child for all the small guards to erase that BS that a small guard can't be the best player on a championship contending team. You can be the guy that can erase all of that. So now you can have young men and women that are small, that as long as they can play the game of basketball, be respectful, be a leader, be a great human being, be clutch, they have an opportunity to feed their family and make hundreds of millions of dollars. It is very important that Jalen Brunson wins a championship. But all of those guys, Fabian, you see what I just did? They can never do that because they ain't a fan of him. They ain't a fan of the Knicks, and they might not be a fan of basketball. How can you, Fabian, play that video again, please? Please. I don't care how nobody feel. We playing that again. Yeah.
Let's see that again.
Please. No.
From the beginning?
Yeah. What are we talking about? Yeah.
Jalen Brunson isn't the answer.
It's an awful idea.
For what? To go all in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson?
And I worry that they're gonna look at Jalen Brunson and they're like, wait, we spent $27 million a year on this.
And by the way, he's not a one. I'm not even sure he's a real two.
The saddest sweepstakes ever. The Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. Is Jalen Brunson one of the 10 best point guards in basketball? Maybe he's 10.
I don't think he's top 10.
Pause
He might not be top 14.
Pause it. Before you finish. It's 30 teams in the NBA. Mike Broussard said he might not even be top 14. So you're telling me there were 15 point guards in the NBA better than Jalen Brunson. You can play the video. I mean,
shout out to Sean with a W from Knicks Film School. He came on this platform before. We got to have him on again because
Yeah,
this is a
big shout
monumental
out to
time.
him. Yes.
He showed us love when nobody else showed us love. He's the one that pointed out, yo, how are you complaining about this guy making $125 million? And you have to go down the list of point guards that make $125 million. The contract that he had, it wasn't even what he was worth. And then he resigned for a contract that wasn't worth, he was worth way more. And he keeps doing it. And he did it again. So even if we don't go to the conference final, or we're losing the conference finals now, we make back-to-back conference finals with this guy. Everything they said was incorrect. They were far off. How can you say that after we saw what we saw in Dallas? All I was saying was, all right, if we got a small scoring guard now, I don't need Donovan Mitchell. I don't want Donovan Mitchell. And hell no, I'm not giving you no Mitchell Robinson. So once we got our team that I was referring to from then, I didn't wait until he became a star. Nick, wrong.
Fabian.
I said it when we got him. We got the small guy. He's a scorer. Now let's get some defenders.
Fabian, before you continue the video, you've seen what he did in high school. You see how good he was in college. 2 national championships. You've seen flashes in Dallas in the playoffs. And y'all were mad about that contract. Remember when Mike Conley got that money? Did he get criticized like this? What did Mike Conley do to get $100 million? No disrespect to him. But why? Because it's the Knicks in New York? Well, Fabian, we do this. Don't play with me. Fabian, you can continue the video.
This is a move that puts them into playoff contention.
It's got to be something in addition to Jalen Brunson.
But it is not going to be the type of player that elevates them into contender status.
But I mean, do we think Brunson is a guy that is going to bring them to a second-round playoff series? He's not.
I don't love the Jalen Brunson signing. I think it's too much money. And I think if anybody screams potential bust in this class, to me, it's Jalen Brunson.
Who is this?
Going to the Knicks.
I mean, Kevin Durant is playing basketball in New York City, and you're just like talking
Rich.
about, can we get Brunson?
The Knicks are acting like he's KD. I'm going to repeat, Jalen Brunson.
King moron.
You know, people are going to say
Oh.
just do what they want, but at the end of the day, the beauty about him, he doesn't care about what other people say.
Absolutely. Knicks will have time to get off another shot.
This is nuts.
Trying to draw a foul. Puts it up. Brunson hesitated.
And one. Kanye kills me. Ah. Woo. We have a game. Woo.
Yo, Fabian, you can cut it real quick. Just hear me out, because I just sent you something else that you can play. But just imagine I'm saying when we make the finals. Imagine Nike. If anybody could get in contact with Nike, Imagine a Brunson commercial with Nike, with him waking up, getting himself ready to go to the arena for game 1, 2, 3, or whatever, the NBA Finals. And in his house, he got the surround sound, and it's that video playing of everybody criticizing him. Imagine a Nike commercial like that, bro. He ain't top 14. He ain't, bro. What Jalen Brunson can do for this city, people really don't understand, bro. I have so many ideas. I'm the first. What I told you, I say, yo, for him to really take control, you got to walk through that crowd, dog. If we go to the finals, I know, because he alluded to it. He said he a little nervous because he seen what happened with J.R. Smith, right? But you see what don't know. But you see what Dolan is doing. Bro, all he has to do is walk through and bump fists everybody. Bro, that's all he has to do. Have the security.
Don't you Muhammad Ali 7th Avenue like that. If he does that, you can forget about it.
Fabian, listen, Jalen Brunson, I'm all ball, one of the biggest things. I'm telling you what to do. You do that with that crowd, you will be forever immortalized. You'll be like a Greek god. You see how we talk about you see how we talk about the Greeks and the Romans and till this day. Jalen Brunson will be talked about forever. And if Nike is listening, that should be the Nike commercial as soon as the Knicks are in the NBA Finals.
No worries, Dale Johnson. There's more ideas where them came from. Give a couple of those for free. It's called a sample, baby Bubba.
We got plenty more of those.
Man, I think, even when we were down on him during the season, even last year, come on now, when we were going at it, got the game 2 of Detroit Pistons, I don't care. I said, I don't care what y'all talking about. Give me my killer. You talking about? That's not normal. That's not normal. Guys with that kind of heart. You guys are the only guys that could talk to me like that got the heart. Now I ain't backing down either. I just respect it. He didn't respect his teammates last year. They didn't earn his respect. That was my problem. Thibodeau didn't put him in place either to get the respect to be earned. And this season, Mr. Collaboration, I don't know if it was accidental or not, AllBall. I really don't. I'm just glad that it turned out the way that it did. Because now you got Cat stepping up after game 3, telling Mike Brown, yo, I think we should do this. And then they did this. And then that happened. You know, a 9-game winning streak in the playoffs? What the hell?
And just to snowball, think about this. You hear no more rumblings in the locker room. You hear nobody complaining about getting less touches or who's getting more touches. Everybody is a unit now. And that's what I alluded to all season. If you play as a unit, if you don't care about your individual numbers, if nobody has their own little egos, and we will win a championship. Because that's what wins championships, Fabian. Team basketball.
I want that to be the prize, of course, but I don't think that is the be-all, end-all of sports. Me personally, it never has been. To witness Jalen Brunson go from one-on-one demigod, rescue us when everybody went down, side by side with other one-on-one players like Randall and Luka, and they had to reinvent themselves. Even when we should have made the finals with Randall here.
Hey, Fabian, hold on, Fabian. Hold on. I just got chills. Hold on, because I'm old and I forget. Imagine that commercial and Jalen Brunson is watching it with Kobe Bryant. Imagine you have a video of Jalen Brunson sitting with Kobe Bryant, and they are watching what all those analysts said about Jalen Brunson.
With the Mamba sneakers?
Don't play with us up here, bro. Baby, you know how insane that would be?
Bill Knight, your Nike stock is down. We know why.
And Fabian, remember, it'd be the ghost of Kobe, God rest his soul, right? And when what everybody says, once it's done, Kobe fades off, right? And now it's just Brunson sitting there by himself. And then he gets up and gets his day going, and that Nike commercial just goes, Nike, just do it. Don't play with me up here. You Fabian, you kidding me?
I think it will be amazing to do that.
Oh my God.
That would require winning and all kind of, stuff like that. That comes with what's going on here, but I can't get away from the story. Why it's inspiring. The reason why this is even possible to have a commercial like that. He wasn't, second round pick. Lucas said he saw it in him, but I don't know if he saw this in him. I think he's lying. I don't think anybody saw this. They just didn't. None of us did. None of us did. That's his father. He didn't expect it. Falls on the sideline. Leon Rose runs the. They didn't expect it. They just didn't. Did they want to star out of here? Sure. But this kid worked his ass off. And on top of that, the skill that he developed and he's using to damn near bring us to the finals is insane. Mid-range guard, footwork guard. He went from a second round draft pick to now a 1A to a team. All these people are quiet. And this is my problem. You guys are quiet when this happens. Where's all this talk about he can't lead a team? They're just quiet. Why is it that you're quiet now when it's obvious, and then you wait for him to lose and then repost the Becky Hammond thing? And why?
Beautiful.
When you see what's going on here. And that's what I mean about, that's why I think, not that championships are overrated, but the way people talk about them and use them is overrated. Because look what he did he already captured our hearts. That's why we keep rooting for him now, because 19 and 14 yesterday, it wasn't the typical Brunson performance. He now finally bought into, damn, I got to play a team game. And not in an awful way. It's just, this is going to make you be even more spectacular. If you're playing OKC, they're not going to know what to do. That's why it's important for Cat and them to step up as well. But what Brunson has done, that's why I didn't ever fall off that bandwagon. Because it was like, I know that I wasn't duped into being a fan. I know what I saw. I know what I thought from then. This is not Trey Young. All these others, Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics, shout out to you. That's not this. That's not, no matter how many times you guys try to convince me. You can't shoot like that. You can't inspire a team at that size, scoring like that when it matters most. And everybody's bigger than you, and you lead them. They're following you. That's not normal. But what is normal is that we go, oh yeah, he is the leader. Oh yeah, he is that dude. Becky, they ain't got a dude. Silly rabbit. Yo, you're lucky I'm keeping it smooth, Becky. Can't wait to see you in them streets. So y'all, thank you for your $4.99. If we take game 3 tomorrow, we should sit OG out for game 4. The West Series is insane, and them injuries starting to pile up. Knicks in 4. Yeah, very good point.
I like that.
Very good point, because Fox is down. Auburn might be down. It's a game time decision. Jalen Williams is day-to-day, according to Shams.
Right.
That's a lot, man. In the playoffs, it's a very stressful time period, AllBall. Brooklyn point guard. Salute, fellas. What a time to be a New York Knicks fan. Am I tripping? Or do the food taste so much better when the Knicks win? Zero says, got a broom with the Cavs name on it since before game 1. Zero, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I failed you. I let my brothers influence me. I've been saying everybody should have got swept in these playoffs from the beginning. And I'm saying 5 games to be nice. Zero.
You've been saying that. I agree. Listen, I have no response to that. You've been saying that. You said Cleveland and Philly. You was adamant. Philly, Cleveland, sweet. Maybe 5. I got to give you credit on that.
So far, so good. Zero says Cino needs to keep hating. Fuels our wins. Or coping. Zeno. Zero. Zero. I like your name. JR says, shout out to Dolan, but we need to squash the beef with Oak, my brother. It sucks not seeing him. It sucks not seeing him in the Garden during this run. Yo, being in the building, if they would have flashed his face up there.
Listen, hopefully it'll happen in the finals.
Yeah.
Hopefully, right? Because you see Oak on that Jumbotron, the place is going to erupt. It's gonna be insane. Let's see.
Because you see how they react to certain players, and sometimes I'm like, how come this guy don't get a bigger reaction than this guy? And then
Oak
everyone's gonna know.
Oak is the only one missing.
If he's up there. Oh.
And you know what would be even better? Him sitting in the skybox or sitting next to Dolan. And you show both of them on the Jumbotron. That place will the applaud and the standing ovation would probably last like 3, 4, 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
it would
they might
be
stop
insane.
the game.
See, I know how show business works. Like you wanna do something crazy, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
James, call Vince McMahon. He'll tell you how to work this thing, man. Trapped in the night.
Call AllBall TV. We won't
He'll show you
charge
how
you. We won't charge you. Vince McMahon will charge you, right? Like, listen.
I might charge you a couple glizzies. I ain't pausing anything, Flea. Trapped in the 90s. Thank you for being a member. Bring Mr. Chibbs back on the show. He needs to witness this greatness.
Big shout out Kenny Anderson. That's big bro right there. Kenny Anderson, what up, baby? Mr. Chibbs.
Sam I am. Shout out to Kenny A, by the way, of course. Let me make sure my heart is out there. Good dog. Good dude. Good dude. Sam I am. I respect you, Sam. Coming in here after in Detroit. I respect you. So just sweep the Cavs and rest. Cavs been getting to the free throw line all playoffs. Just keep cooking hard on Cav steaks.
Facts. Sam I am. What up, baby?
Sam I am has been a member for 4 months at the very least. YouTube sometimes miscalculates these things. Sam, I gotta remind you for helping us out there in Detroit, showing everybody, yo, man. Yeah, they the Knicks fans, but this shit is dope. Part of my French. We got something going on here that's special. And you help us realize and help everyone else realize that this is confirmation. The movement is upon us. Appreciate you, my brother. Okay, I'll ask the real question. Is the goal a championship or just the finals? Sam I am, you don't make a move like Karl Anthony Towns and just say reach the finals. I never understood that part. If you're saying the finals, what's stopping you from winning the championship? You got to start breaking that down. You know what I mean? Like, if it's OKC or the Spurs, we can break down why we think they can have a tough time, who's going to give us a tougher time, and what's going to give us a chance to win all ball.
I mean, first and foremost, big shout out Sam I am. Not only, you being a member for 4 months, but just you're a Detroit Pistons fan, and to be up here knowing we're a New York City Knicks podcast, right? / we turning this into a show, and you just always up here not ducking the smoke, repping your city, your team, but showing us love. I gotta commend you for that, my brother. Appreciate just being a member and staying a member. But I think the goal is always championship. I don't never think the goal is to just make the finals, right? So the goal is win a championship. But also, if we don't win, it doesn't mean the season was a failure, right? So just to answer your initial question, the goal is win a championship, not just the finals. Yes, we will be happy if we're in the finals. We're going to be ecstatic and celebrate. But the goal is to win a championship.
So if Steph had all that help, why would you talk about LeBron losing to the Warriors team? Is the goal the finals or a championship?
LeBron had a lot of help too. Like, I love you, Sam. I listen. It's Knicks rehab. This is Brunson's moment. This is New York's moment. The Knicks moment. The point I was trying to make is everyone needs help. Everyone. And look at all the help you need to win a championship. So don't make it seem like Brunson's supposed to be able to do it by himself. My thing is, I don't care what height you are. You need help. Michael Jordan needed help. Magic and Kareem needed help. Bird needed help. Everybody needs help. Right? So that's my thing when they talk about Jalen Brunson. Listen, you need the right team around you to win. And you need everybody clicking on all cylinders. You need people to be healthy. It takes a lot to win a championship. It takes a little luck, right? But I think right now, that narrative that Becky Hammond is trying to spin, I think that should be thrown in the trash, Fabian.
But
seriously.
you know, now that you say that, you know what makes that narrative even worse? Why are they acting like Steph Curry didn't lead a dynasty? But he's the greatest shooter ever. We've seen, I don't care if you're the greatest shooter ever, the greatest scorer ever, the greatest dunker ever, the greatest defender ever. You're not doing it by yourself, number one. Number two, a dynasty is not normal. Akeem Olajuwon never had a dynasty. Moses Malone never had a dynasty. The list can keep going on. Dr. J never had a dynasty. Did Larry Bird really have a dynasty? I guess so. A lot of great players did not have a dynasty, man. I just think that, again, if you're going to point to the championships, fine. But then you're ignoring the fact that he went to, 6 finals? That means he had a chance to win 6 times. He led a team to have a chance to win 6 times. So if Steph had all the help, why would you talk about LeBron losing to the Warriors teams? I really don't subscribe to that. I think the fact that you get your teams to succeed for a championship, once you do that, I think that's when you're in you keep having your team contend for a championship every year, you're in a different category. Nobody's in your class. You're in the category with the Hall of Famers. First class guys, first ballot guys. That's who does things like that. Not just one or two.
Fabian, big shout out Detroit. Right? I'm watching him in the comments, be real sarcastic, be real slick. Right? And I'll give you 10 seconds. He's saying, why act like Braun losing to them was bad if the Warriors were so good? Because he got smoked. What are you talking about? It wasn't even competitive. He lost in 5 games twice to Kevin Durant and them. What are you talking about?
I don't even know if people really hold it against them, to be honest.
Right. They
do, because they say 4 and 6 all the time. Okay.
Bro, no. Forget the 4 and 6.
That's for everybody else, not me. That's for you. I'm sorry. I'm interrupted.
I don't care how good a team is. If you're the GOAT, you don't lose in that fashion. Too many times LeBron got embarrassed in the finals. Those was a 6-7 game series where they was going down to the wire. He was getting his butt kicked. That's why it looked bad on his resume. Just like now, the way you lost to OKC, the way last season you won 1 game in the first round with Luka. Come on, we go on and on and on. I ain't doing that, Fabian. I ain't let nobody rain on my parade. Our Knicks are 2 games from the finals. Let's stay focused. Big shout out to Detroit, though.
I tend to agree with them, so I don't really have much of an argument. I just think it is a dynasty team, and they got Kevin Durant. It's like nobody's going to beat them. They just took the other championship contenders in OKC. They combined 2 championship contenders to go beat everybody else.
Yeah, but
nobody else had to play that. So for me, I don't do that, because then it's just, all right, have your fun with the LeBron fans. Me, Steph Curry really got Kevin Durant on his team, bro, on top of already having a championship finals appearance. Like, there's no way around that. That's the guy you keep saying. Stop trying to bring up LeBron in this. Why y'all bring up LeBron trying to mess up my phone with Brunson? Don't do that.
That's why I said I'm leaving it alone.
Don't do that.
I apologize for even feeding into that.
No, he paid to ask that question. Don't do that.
No,
again, not Dale Johnson. You have to mention it's so easy to say Steph Curry's a great, LeBron is great. Kevin Durant is great. It's so easy to say that. Like, this is the argument Flea all the time. It's easy to understand that because they 6 greatest shooter, 6'7", rebounder, greatest passer. It's harder to understand that Brunson's really doing this. I was in denial at first. I was like, nah, you can't fake that like James Harden has been, always will be. You telling me James Harden's a better basketball player than Jalen Brunson? Can we talk about it, all ball? Is James Harden going to go down as having a better career than Jalen Brunson if we win this championship? They won't even be in the same class. And he's an MVP. He's a number 2. Thank you, Dale Johnson, for your $4.99. I'm sorry, Dale Johnson, because Barkley agrees with me.
Is there a comp for Jalen Brunson? Somebody that he reminds you of who maybe played a different era? I find him fascinating to watch.
You know, I think what's fascinating about him, nobody knew he was this good. Like, when he was in Dallas, you're like, he's a solid backup. And I've said this and got some heat because I'm not talking about LeBron or somebody like that, but Jalen Brunson has probably been one of the all-time great free agent signings. I mean, the Knicks have been irrelevant since he got there. You know, they were irrelevant for since Patrick Ewing left, probably 20 years. I think Jalen Brunson signing with the Knicks is one of the great free agent signings of all time. I mean, he makes the Knicks relevant. I mean, they were in the conference finals last year. I mean, and it's not like they have a great team either. I mean, but no, I think that's a great question though about a comp. But I just want to say that I think he's been one of the great free agent signings in NBA history, in my opinion.
Yeah, because he's not big. You know,
He's not. He just gets it done. And let me tell you something. You know, people talk about Shea, who's amazing. If you go back and look in the last couple years, there's nobody who's been a better closer than Jalen Brunson in the NBA. He's been flat out fascinating to watch.
How cool it is. Some free promo for you, Cena. All ball. They're all coming around. Thank you, Charles. Them stupid glasses. Oh, no. But wait, there's more. Charles Barkley's a legendary Knicks hater, all ball. But you know our guy, KG, certified. He's this generation's Patrick Ewing. Hey, wait a minute. Calm down. That's a dope picture, by the way. Damn.
He's it. I don't see anybody in the Knicks past other than Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell, but they didn't have this. Like Spree and Allen have a respect with New York, and Spree got like a whole nother type of, energy when it comes to the city, right? But I don't know if I can think of anybody that's been in the last 5-10 years that's impacted New York basketball like this. He is this generation's Patrick Ewing. Okay. He is the best player on the Knicks. He is, to me, the engine that makes that shit go.
Arguably already a top 5 Knick ever.
He is, bro. The stage was perfect for him to do what he did. With the new age, he's it. I don't see anybody in the Knicks past other than Allen Hughes.
Wow.
I was saying that 2 years ago. Saying that last year, as a matter of fact. And the old school guys are going to ridicule it. And it's just like, yo, bro, we can't get to a point where if you and I respect each other basketball-wise, you're going to disrespect anything that I feel about basketball history. And I don't know what I'm talking about. And my opinion about Jalen Brunson, because you don't agree with it, is nullified because you say so. No, we haven't won in X amount of time. And even if we did, there is no story that's better than the underdog story. There isn't. Patrick Ewing was a #1 draft pick. There's a conspiracy theory. One of the greatest NBA conspiracy theories is that there was a frozen envelope for the Knicks to draft Patrick Ewing. There is no conspiracy theory behind Jalen Brunson. None. This is all organic. His father used to play for the New York Knicks as a backup to the backup to the backup. Yeah, he has athleticism in his genes, but there's no like Charles Barkley there was trying to compare. Dan Patrick asked him for a comparison, and he's just like, I don't know. And KG's comparing him to Patrick Ewing is like, yo, Ewing didn't have this. He didn't have the magic like this. He didn't have the team fully behind him like this. They were just dogs. If Brunson would have had dogs like that, if Brunson gets some dogs like that, none of you guys would be having any doubts. You will go, damn. And he got guys that protect him. Oh, nah, I don't know if I could do anything with this guy. He's killing. He's a killer with bodyguards, a bulletproof vest, a bulletproof truck. He's running around like 50 Cent in the city overall. Man, it's going bananas.
Jalen Brunson has the greatest impact on New York probably since Derek Jeter and the Yankees. You can't ignore this. This is insane. Now, Patrick Ewing, listen, his impact on the Knicks, on the city was insane as well. But like you said, it was almost expected, right? Coming out of Georgetown, national championship. Come on, man, 7-footer, dog, right? And it was projected to be that. Jalen Brunson had every reason to fail as a Knick. This is New York, right? You heard what everybody said. And his impact, you can't compare it to anything. What Jalen Brunson has done in 4 years for the Knicks, for New York City, for the people of New York City, I don't think we've ever seen this since the Yankees with Derek Jeter, as far as giving the city, the team, hope to win a championship. We can say what we want. Our Knicks with the Patrick Ewing, the Starks, the Oak, like, we's going up against Michael Jordan, right? Then you go up against Akeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan, and it was just like, yo, are we really going to win or supposed to win? Jalen Brunson, man, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce is correct. I ain't never seen nothing like this. And the story isn't done, right? It's still a lot of basketball to play. You can't ignore Patrick Ewing's been to 2 finals, right? Brunson hasn't been to a finals yet. Still got to, take care of the Cavaliers. But once he gets to the finals, now you start talking about impact. Is he one of the greatest Knicks ever when it comes to impact, right? You can't be the greatest Knick ever if you haven't won a championship yet. Cloud and those guys still hold that, right? Pat's been a Knick basically his whole career. What happened towards the end, right? But if this young man does this for 10 straight seasons, it's already going on 4, Fabian. Back-to-back conference finals, 50-win seasons, all NBA, all-star, clutch player of the year, won the NBA Cup, got the city on fire. If he does this for another 4, 5, 6 seasons, what are we talking about? I ain't never seen nothing like this. 48 years old. I know about Iverson, know about Curry, right? Know about Jordan. But what he's doing in New York, y'all continue to ignore it if y'all want to. Not arguing with nobody. I ain't trying to defend this no more. Go witness it. If you can't afford to go to the game, go downtown and see for yourself. None of this was done before him. Not to this magnitude. It's not even close. The New York Knicks have infected the world. You don't even realize baseball is starting. You haven't even realized MLB's been on. Because the Knicks are playing. Think about that, Fabian. The Knicks are relevant. Jalen Brunson has made them this. You don't care about nothing that's going on. Knicks. When we were down 2-1 to Atlanta, it was almost like the world blew up. Yo, you can't ignore this, man. This is insane. This is insane. insane. And you have to experience it. What you see with me Tuesday night game 1, the whole stadium, the whole arena did that. No other fan base and no other sport, unless it's soccer, right? Another country. But football, baseball, no other fan base, no other sport is like that. And that's because of that young man. I'm sorry. That's because of Jalen Big Body Brunson. That is a fact. That is a fact, Fabian. That's not an opinion. That is a fact.
Could you imagine coming home and telling your wife, I'm making $100. I took $100 pay cut at work today, babe. Could you imagine telling your boo, I took $100 million pay cut, babe? Are you kidding me?
Babe.
She gonna look at you like, what'd you do that for? Your friends? There's nobody. I'll put this back up in a second on, but where's that at?
Yeah, no problem.
So
I
keep it highlighted.
yeah.
I'll keep it starred. There's nobody. This is such a rare thing. Flea talked about lightning in the bottle, about my 2024 Knicks that I always relish and bring back up. Well, Brunson was on that team. He was also leading that team. And lightning in the bottle would also be, damn, these are his friends from college? Damn, that's his godfather running the organization? Damn, they had the other uncle guy coach the team, got rid of him. His father's on the sidelines too, and everybody's on the same page of winning. Yes, it is nepotism. It's lightning in the bottle that we've seen work with LeBron a couple times. But now with this, we ain't never seen this either. And yeah, it's the business side of things, but everybody has to kind of understand basketball. They kind of have to know basketball to pull this off. Like if we peek behind the curtain and look at the Wizard of Oz for a little bit, because the fun side about it is that Brunson is Brunson on the court. But off the court, what are these guys talking about? Do they sound like us? Do they sit at the dinner table just be like, yo, we see Josh Hart is up there taking a lot of the bullets. I think that's by design. Now that we look, relish in 2020, looking back in 2020, we haven't won yet, but he's done the job of capturing our hearts. Game 1 was insane. And we've seen it happen over and over again. And for the Knicks to be in a position of 2-0, 2 games left to go back to the finals for the first time since 1999, when Prince said the world was ending. Let's go crazy. You kidding me?
What he said, 2000 party over, that's out of time. Party like it's 1999. Come on, man.
Let's go crazy. What?
Let's go crazy. Hey, come on, man. Rest in peace to legend. Prince.
Classics. I think we're happy about what's going on right now because we've seen so much that didn't work out under Dolan. A guy who we've always pointed to as being the leader of bad nepotism because he inherited the team from his father, inherits a situation of good nepotism. Shakespearean irony going on here, AllBall. AIC, what's going on, baby? First time in the chat. Y'all speak truth. Leon Rose has hit on a lot of pieces. He brought in Brunson. Him bringing in Brunson is an all-time signing. These people on sports TV flip-flopping hell with them. Go New York. He's clearly new, AllBall. He's clearly new. We're not going to talk about Chancletas today. But thank you for the comment, man. We appreciate everybody that's new and just taps in and just feels our energy. And, we just want to forget just real. It's just, we want to have fun too. Like that ain't what this is. I seen the clip about Barkley with Inside the NBA recently. I know it's an old clip, but he was just saying like, "Yo, you guys taking this thing too seriously, man? Imagine reading the whole hour and a half of X's and O's. That's boring." Like Barkley's a guy that understood. Even while I'm on that court, I'm on camera. Yo, man, they want to have fun, bro. What is this? OG Ramsey is in the building. I sent a heartfelt apology from my chat, and nobody was around to read it. It's all good. I stayed in the trenches with Flea yesterday, my dudes.
Appreciate you, OG.
I don't know if apology for what. I hope it wasn't for that last comment, OG Ramsey, because you are now in the rafters immediately, effective immediately. OG Ramsey is in the rafters of Hall of Fame forever. That first hit or what? This guy's amazing, on ball. What's wrong with him? Don't ever apologize for being yourself up here. I don't know what you're talking about, by the way. Oh, Dale Johnson said it's a movie waiting to happen. Hollywood writers are on standby. It's inspirational. Against all odds. He's built for New York. Toughness. Huh? He also says, "Oh boy, I need you to look into the highest field AI. Make that commercial yourself and have it ready. Love y'all." Well, I guess that's an AI technology that we could use to make that. That would be nuts. We should start doing that. Put it in shorts. Zero says they weren't watching when he led the Mavs in Luka absence. Yeah, first round. We talk about it all the time. He made the conference finals that year. OG Ramsey says, "Fab, me and the Knicks are coming for you. Your best Knick team since '94. Keep watching so you can run it back to your grands like I do now by 69 and 73. Is this team better than 2024? Ball's gonna say yes automatically, so I don't even have to ask him. Yo, you don't want to hear what I have to say, man. I really love that team. I'm sorry. Dale Johnson. I think if he 199 again, 6 foot Tim Duncan fundamentals. 6 foot Tim Duncan is crazy. 6 foot Tim Duncan is crazy, oh boy. House flying. OG, the commercial ends with Jalen Brunson is bringing hell with him. Dan Patrick is in Nick lore from now on. Zero is let's not forget Donnie Walsh set this all in motion. Did he? They got rid of him. They stopped his motion. Respectfully. Boy, we'll be back about an hour and a half. Hate watch.
Yeah, we be back, y'all. 8:30. Hate watch. Y'all already know. NBA playoff edition. Conference finals. Series tie 1-1. OKC on the road. San Antonio. Game 3. What's going to happen? We probably right before the game or during the game, right before start, we'll probably talk about some updates with the injuries. But 8:30, y'all, make sure y'all back in the building. Hate watch. OKC Thunder versus the San Antonio Spurs. Be right back here, y'all, 8:30.
Real quick, Michael Rawls, thank you for your 199. What kind of offense are we running? Who is Point? That was during the game last night when Flea was holding it down. Flea is fleeing the scene over there in Houston. Where will he land?
Roll
Wink.
to the finals.
Wink.
Roll to the finals, y'all. See y'all at 8:30.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.